Hello, everyone. I think we're good. I think we're live. I'm a little early, but I wanted to give a lot of time tonight. I want to hopefully bang out PS2 Gem. I was able to get. I'm just gonna hop over to the bench. We're gonna start with that. As people come in, I know this is kind of before people are ready, but like I said, I want to give a lot of time, as much time as possible. I think we're going to finish the PS2 Gem install tonight. But let's go over to the bench, and I'll show you what we're dealing with. All right. Just going to pop out my chat. Okay. All right. Hello. We're here. I don't know. This kind of looks a little dark. Let me see. I think that's better. A little bit. Okay. All right. I think everything's okay. Nobody said anything in the comments, but that's all right. All right. So, what do we have? We're going to. I hope we're going to finally finish this tonight. We have to. Last time, last Wednesday, I kind of showed that so we had finished about a week ago. We had finished the first install, first go around, and then I had hey RN, got your oh nice. I'm glad that you got it installed. That's cool. So after you boot up the OSD, which I showed on the last stream, I was having some X's on certain color, like all the B number ones, which are blue colors, which are this row here. So off stream, I had attempted to fix that to get everything in the OSD, the test menu, to be hearts. And as you can see, I ended up ruining the top side of these traces here. We actually did fire it up, but there are some color issues. So I have a second flex cable. I kind of figured I was going to need this. Some people are probably cringing that I suck so bad at this mod, but you know what? I'm having fun, and I'm streaming, and I'm sharing it with everybody. So yeah, deal with it. Okay, so yeah, I've got a second flex cable, but I've also gone ahead and ordered the low profile crystal thingamabobbers. Well, you just need one, but I ordered 3. I don't know, just in case I ever do this again or something. But that is for this big black piece back here. This is what I would say would be the recommended way to install, is definitely to replace that. Part of the issue why I think it affected blue and not like whatever these, I think this might be red on this side, is because the side with the bumped up, the larger crystal here is the blue side on this side. So I feel like it's pulling, if you don't get because you kind of, when you install the flex cable, it's installed at an angle, basically, resting up against those components. And if you don't have it perfect, or if you, hey, Obi-Wan, try to post the link. Not sure if it went through. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, so we have some work to do. We've got to remove this old flex cable. We can keep most of the other flex, like this flex cable, and the reset wire was fine, and the 5-volt signal wire here. So let me fire up my iron. Now, I kind of wanted to address, hey, Koala Koa. Hello. I like your name. So if anybody is on Twitter or anything, or X, whatever, right now there's a lot of, I don't know, not drama. It's not really drama. It's differing opinions about how the best way to handle these installs. I'm just a guy. Like, I like to think that I can follow instructions pretty well, and that was the whole basis of my channel. Was essentially, or my old videos was just do the install, and you can follow along with me because some mods that I've done on my channel are pretty easy. It was just a matter of following the instructions and just repeating that. However, this one, it does take some level of skill. Maybe it's at my skill level. But I know there's definitely people that are better at soldering than I am. Anyways, they have different opinions about whether or not you should use leaded solder or lead-free solder or different temperatures. Some people say low, some people say high. I have literally heard somebody say every possible combination of those things: leaded, lead-free, hot, or cold. So I would appreciate, as much as I want people to help me, like if I mess something up, please, by all means, tell me. But this is not so much a debate, so much as it's just my experience going through it. The second flex cable, I am going to use lead-free. I do feel like lead-free is if you get the hang of it, it's easier. Not easier, but I think it's the right thing to do. You're not mixing the lead and lead-free. I definitely think you can 100% do it with leaded if you wash it. Like basically, if you all right, I'm going to try to talk and do some of these, some of this desoldering, because we've got to remove this whole ribbon cable. I definitely think you can do it either way. I just personally prefer to do, I felt like I had more, not more control, but I just felt like it went better when I used lead-free. So I'm going to use lead-free again, but you can use whatever you want. Lead-free solder, yeah, lead-free solder. I'm curious how you will install it because after checking Twitter, I'm kind of freaked. I'm just going to do the same thing I did the first time. I don't know, just not fry the heck out of this batch, I think. So one of the things that, I don't know if this is true or not, but CO pointed out that sometimes the test screen depends on what is in the background for the test. So I'm going to try to get into a game. I'm not sure if my SD, what is it, MX4 SIO or whatever. I don't think it has games loaded onto it, or I'll have to, I don't know if we're gonna get that far. But if we can get back into the menu, the PS2 menu, and after a couple of seconds all the hearts are there, I'll be happy with that. Blah, lead free. Yeah, like I said, you can do it with either, especially if you are already super familiar with if you're already super familiar with leaded solder, obviously, I think that gives you a hand. Like, you can, that gives you an advantage because you are familiar with it. It's hard to, yeah, I hope you know what I'm trying to say. Like, if you think you're better soldering leaded solder than lead-free, then, of course, you're going to be better at soldering leaded than lead-free. Does that make any sense, I hope? All right, so this is the part where I really need to not fry these. So I'm going to go slow. Use the memory card with lots of different colors. Save by, oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's interesting. So I think the memory card screen does have a like white and different colored backgrounds and things. So cool. So that was probably every single time I've quote unquote failed my RetroGem install. I'm pretty sure it was just that. Not testing in a screen that had colors. I'm pretty sure that was the problem. Okay, so got that. My controller flex is free. Now I'm going to remove the 5-volt line here. I do have to remove, I think this is, I don't 100% remember what this little flex doodad goes down over here to do, but we do have to remove that because it is a part of this larger flex cable. Okay. Get all these. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's see. Hello, Modsville. What I missed? Nothing. You can kind of see it here, Modsville. The blue here. These. I was trying to fix what I thought was a problem on the demo screen or whatever. The not the demo. The debug screen. But I think it was just the fact that I was not testing on a colorful screen. Anyway, so I went back over the pins that I thought had X's on them in the demo screen, and I ended up eventually ruining the flex, the castellated pads part on the top here ripped off. You can kind of see it here in the video. So I can't zoom in more than that, but just trust me, that was the spot. It works fine. Like my controller port, this soldering was fine, so I'm going to leave that. I have the low profile crystals that that Dan recommended, so I'm going to try that. Focus, indeed. Yeah, I definitely, Qual, I saw your comment. Yeah, I would use whatever you're very familiar with, and you'll have a better chance of succeeding. But if you think you're confident enough to do either or, then I would 100% try lead-free, only because I kind of thought it might be easier. You don't have to go through the extra step of actually introducing the lead-free solder and stuff. So I don't know. It's not like it's that difficult to do that, but. You dialed down to 310. Okay, well, I'm going to do that. I mean, I don't really care about this flex cable now, but I'm going to go a little bit lower than I normally do. So I'll set my iron for like 325, because I normally solder at 350. So let's try that, like 325. But who knows? Maybe we'll go even lower. All right, so this is kind of tricky because I need to yeah, you guys are just going to have to bear with me as I try to get this done. Actually, you know what? I should start away from this because I have a feeling that I'm going to have a hard time with this resistor that I soldered it to. So I'm going to start at the other end, actually. So that means I want to do this. Oops. Get everything out of the way. Okay. All right. This is the side actually that has a bunch of large ground planes. Yeah, that's not bad. Look at that. I didn't even rip the pads off of that. All those pads on this side are, so maybe it needed to be a little bit colder, maybe. So 325 so far is, and you know, before we say this or that about temperature, you know, there's a couple things you need to realize, right? One, not everybody's using the exact same solder. I prefer Kester 0.1 millimeter, half a millimeter diameter, but that's not including, you know, what's the makeup. You know, I use 63, whatever it is, 36, whatever the different mixture. It's not 60-40. It's some other mixture of lead to tin. But I'm not even using, I'm using lead-free here. So, I mean, every solder is different. Everybody's iron is different. So you can't 100% translate one temperature to the next. Not everybody's soldering iron is calibrated to the same temperature. You know, people's irons can be off a little bit. So it is sort of difficult to talk about temperatures in a sane way. But, you know, I don't know. I understand the idea that people have when they say, oh, you know, you got to use more or less heat. But again, it's semi-subjective. Is that the right word? No, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Come on, thing. Okay, I think I got it. All right. Done with the face. Now I just got to do the side. All right, let's read. Take your time, enjoy the process. Yeah, oh yeah. Lead-free needs more heat. That's why I'm sticking with leaded. Got it. 370 is too spicy for flex cables. Yeah, I would. I don't know. I just did a big spiel about that, but yeah. So the chisel tip would actually probably make it even more concentrated at the same temperature. So like a knife edge tip would be better. Well, the smaller your iron, the more energy it needs to maintain temperature at the end, right? More mass. Like if you have a knife edge tip like this, knife edge tip, you can get away with, you can use, the lower temperature, and it should maintain it better. Versus if you have a little tiny guy, and that's the reason why some micro soldering stations are very high power, 200 watt, like this is 200 watt. If you have something like this, which is, it's still probably a chisel, well, no, it's not, it's a conical, but it's very tiny. And this is like barely micro soldering, right? So to try to maintain the temperature at the tip is more difficult on this because there's less mass. So it really depends. That's another variable. And then these are the different style tips with the heating element inside of the tip versus like the Hako ones are separate. So like it's all different. A new iron is 300 watts. What the heck? That's crazy. Yeah, the debate over lead-free and leaded is pointless. Yeah, good rule of thumb with flex cables is to go as low as you can. Yeah, the problem is you don't, it's kind of difficult over time to tell how it's going to last. I had a problem with shorting to the board on those pads where you pull the components off on the right side. I had to lift it and put some. Yeah, there's a lot of spots over here where you put the Captain tape down that you need to Captain tape off. And like a part number, they're all over the Aldosaurus. The part number is all over the Retro Gem installation page. There's a wiki or something. It's on the first page of that. I used on 3 PS2 Gems, leaded solder, and had no problem. Yeah, yep. Yeah, I don't think, like I said, if you're really good at leaded, if you're very familiar with it, I don't think that you're going to have a problem doing this if you're familiar with soldering one way, I think if you had to say that, if I had to say if one was right versus the other, I would probably, I don't know. I don't know if it's good to mix solders. I don't know. Don't really know. I'm going to shut up about that because I'm not, somebody who solders all day, every day, like an actual modder would know more than not actual modder, but like a pro modder, would know way more than I would about what is, and even then it would be personal preference because every professional modder might say something different about this or that. All right, now I'm just going to go over these. That looks pretty dang good already, though. I mean, I don't even know if I have to. Maybe this front. These pins look good and separated, or the pins on this side. Maybe I'll. You know what I'll do, just for ha-has. I'm gonna start this section over. I'm gonna clean it. Actually, what did I say? I needed to touch this part up. So I'm gonna do this and make sure that these are all fine still. We might have a little bit more solder on here. It might make it actually easier to get this started. I remember last time we had a little bit of a pain to get everything. Well, if you follow Dan's method, he doesn't use any solder in the beginning to get the flex cable started. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'll do the similar method. I know I'm bridging here. I think these pins on these arrays are bridging, but I think that's okay for now. We'll figure it out when we get to toward the end. Oh wait, I have to do this too. So I'm just going to clean this whole area with ISO. I guess we can do this first, but I do have to add the Captain tape back to the different spots. So it doesn't. I mean, the board is not scorched, so I think we're fine. All right, let's just dry for a minute. I'll read some comments. I have to go to bed here at 3 a.m. I see. I'm glad. I feel happy when you guys join from all different times, and that's what you guys are choosing me apart from all the other things that you could be doing. All right, let's see. Ciao mods, we are at the same time in same place. Was it in Discord now on YouTube? Oh, okay. The iPhone A9. Interesting. Yeah, I have the iZhen T3A JBC clone. There must be a lot of them. A lot of different types of clones. Do you have any of that liquid solder mask? I do have some. No, I don't have solder mask. I have conformal coating. It's not the same thing, but just do that for insulation. Could you use conformal? Please, can I give you an advice if you want to? Like I said earlier, I'm not going to deny if somebody wants to give me some advice, but at the same time, this is my experience. You know, it's weird coming from, if you've ever watched people that play video games stream, you know, like this no backseating, you know, it's fine. I think it's okay if, you know, Leon's going to come here and probably say something about what should we doing, and that's fine. But you know, at a certain point, I just got to do it the way I want to do it, and people can be angry or not. Put Captain Tape near the resistor arrays to cover the vias. Okay, yeah, I think you're talking about down here on these vias. Okay, I could do that. Yeah, I'm gonna replace this. Let's do that actually before I put any Captain Tape down, because I'll probably want to clean the board again after I. Okay, so I haven't really heard anything about this being challenging to desolder, but I'm gonna take my lead-free. I'm gonna put it back up to. I'm gonna start at 350. If I have to go higher than that, I will. But you know, if this. First of all, this is lead-free solder, so it needs a little higher temperature. Plus, this is a big component. I think I could just do 1, and then 2. And then I want to grab, I'm just kind of like leaving it on one side and the other. Hey, look at that. That was easy as heck. Okay. I was kind of afraid that would give me more trouble, but it did not. Cool. All right. I never... Leon. No, I know you're not angry. I appreciate anybody who's going to come and give me advice, especially somebody like you or whoever is like a pro that just wants to offer your opinion about how you did it or how you think you should do it. But I do genuinely feel like there's a bunch of ways that you could do the same thing, that every pro could come in here and give me a different piece of advice and feel like their way is the best or whatever. So just that's just how I think about these things. Okay, now I don't know if there's this particular way that the clock crystal goes. Oops. Does anybody know that? Is there a certain way that the crystal needs to go? I didn't really think about it. Just trying to undo the packaging here. Yeah, this is a tiny little guy. All right, yeah, I have no idea. Are there markings on it? I should have, you know what I should have done? Is I should have looked at which way the writing was going. And then just done the same thing. Okay, so I think I put it down in the same, I guess I could go back in the incorrect is my way, and that's the way you should do it. Or there, oh, and then there's the wrong way. Yeah. I think you get it. You guys get it. Oh, you know what? I can go back in time, and I'm going to go back in time and see if I can read the which way the writing was going. Okay, so the writing was going... so I could read the writing if it was written like this way. So I'm going to put the new crystal on the same way as if the writing were readable from this way. Does that make sense? Although I guess how can you test it until you put it back or put it all on there? Why didn't I move the clock? Maybe it was easier than spending the money on a new clock. Yes, but I'm very cautious when it comes to moving something like a clock because it depends on the system. They could have very vital. If you're off by a little bit with the clock or whatever, then you can have bad problems with your console. And I think actually Modsville said something like that on Twitter recently, where he had problems, or he did that. We moved the clock over, and then he had some problem with some game or something. Maybe I'm wrong, but okay. I'm not really going into detail about this part, but it's pretty simple. I mean, it's just got two legs, like any normal SMD resistor or whatever, just big. Oh gosh, I flipped it over, didn't I? Okay. Come on, you dingus. Okay, I think that's fine. Gosh. This is a lot of solder I added here. Oops. Okay. Okay. I think that's fine. Might be a little bit off, crooked, but that's fine. I wired my clock. It was actually fine. The stuttering was a deinterlacing thing. Oh, got it. Replacing the clock with a low profile one is better move, though, for sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. So until anybody, well, you know what? I should probably look it up. I'm going to look up Dan's video quickly. Hey, Belmont. How's it going? Belmont, did you ask me to print you a 4 adapter shell? Because I printed one. I'm just trying to see. Oops. So what are we looking up? We're looking up the PS2 Gem install. Okay. Okay, so it's hard to tell. Before you started, did you confirm this system was still good after removing the old install? Nope. Send it. Dan says, should I do that? I should do that. Damn it, Leon. You're right. It doesn't matter which way oh, okay. So that's good. Dan says in the video it doesn't matter. Okay, good. Because I see his writing is upside down to mine. So, all right, that's fine. Leon is correct. I should make sure that this system still works. But that is more work for me because I need to clean these pins in the front here, which I did not do. So I don't need to add any more solder, but I do need to fix the bridges. And a stock console should still work with this crystal, so. I didn't order those $50 things, Leon. I will maybe eventually, but that day is not today. I have a lot of $50 things that I could buy. Oops, sorry guys. I keep not zooming in down all the way. It's sort of difficult to see. Try not to get, this is like very easy. It's very easy just to get little solder balls on the vias at the bottom of the resistors. Ugh, this side sucks. Getting there. Taking my sweatshirt off. Oops, are we... I can't put it in autofocus or not. What model is he working? This is a 39001 that I'm doing with the 50,000 PSU replacement, not the re-PSU. Yeah, we do full send here. Just completed your first 2 X Station installs. Hey, that's a pretty difficult mod to do. That's exciting. Nice. I'm having trouble with the temper. I don't know what I'm having trouble with. I should put the good flux down, I mean. Okay, I think we're good. I don't think there's any bridges, and I don't really. It's not that I don't care. It's just gotta move on. I am going to come back and clean up that solder, that via and that solder in that via. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's do one of these. Clean it with some IPA. Could show you guys the easy test setup. I hope none of this is going to short, or if it does, then I'll blame Leon. Oh gosh. Well, YOLO. No, you know what? I'm going to put some tape. That's the right thing to do. That's what Leon would say. Put some tape on those wires. X Station. Oh, sorry, you just got here. What mod? Oh, that was, yeah. Thanks for the triple bypass guide. Yeah, you're welcome. Bye, Massimo. I got some Amazon brand wire braid. It came in this 2 watt. I don't know, 2 just some cheap, and it came. You know, I did order some Gootwick, which is a Japanese brand, and it's being imported from Japan, so it isn't here yet. It'll be here Wednesday. That's a good brand, I've been told. So, where is my scissors? Oh, screw the scissors. You would have removed the wires. Well, you know, you can't have both. You either ask us to test it, or you leave. I don't know. Just kidding. You can stay. Okay, 1. YOLO. Did not expect that response. Like, I guess I should have figured. Okay, now this can flap around in the breeze. Okay, now step 1 for the quick test is, where's my, plastic part? Plastic? Plastech? That's from that movie Indian in a Cupboard. It's a pretty terrible movie. Okay, let's do one of these. Okay, now step 2 is take our 50,000 board and put it over the Plastech. This is not plugged into the wall, by the way, yet. I do have the cord plugged into the AC adapter part, the dongle here, but it's off and it's not plugged into the wall. All right, let's get my PlayStation HD Retrovision cable. That's funny. Yeah, I think this is okay. Remember, if you're doing this in your own console, I'm just repeating this again. This is not necessarily an instructional, but if you are doing this, do not touch these pins when you plug it in, because that's live voltage from your wall. Okay, what else we need? We need, that's it, right? And then we need to turn, we need to plug it in. Okay. Okay, we're getting power here. Let's, I'm just going to flip a switch. I'm just going to go to the, this. Whoops. Not that. This, so you can kind of see me, see my lovely back. I would like to have a camera over here. So, yeah, I'm working on that. So then, okay, this is already on. Let's turn, this goes to 1. That's the RetroTink. Then we need to turn, got the new RetroTink 5X remote. Nice. See, there's a dedicated YPBPR button. Did it work? Oh yeah, it changes the LED, but it doesn't give you an indicator on the screen. So we're in YPBPR mode. Don't explode. Yeah. Don't go near the PSU. Woo! I don't. That's not funny. I'm sorry. That was bad. Okay, you guys couldn't see it. That's okay. I'm glad. Okay, let's do it. Oh, there's no controller plugged in, but that's fine. Whoop. No video. Do I have to hit the PS2 button? Oh, I do have to hit the PS2 button on my Xtron. Hey, the colors are a little wonky. That's not great. That's probably just, I probably just have a bridge. Well, what do you guys think? Should I just go ahead with the gem install? The colors are a little wonk, which just means I have a bridge on one of those pins. Joe Ray 6, do you have a lug nut on the board? I believe I don't remember which one, but there is one that has you solder a nut so that it won't back off. Not to fix it to a board. It might be this one, or it might be the Slim, PS2 Slim. But there is a part where you can solder the nut so that it doesn't spin out. It doesn't back out. So it's not like it's giving any mechanical force. It's screwed together already, but it's just... I removed some resistors. Oh, yes, that's right, the flex cable. So, okay, so there could be shorts on some of the... All right, I'm turning this off. I think I'm good. There could be shorts on the wires that don't have the capacitors on them because the capacitors are now on the cable. All right, that's fine. I'm going to send it. It looks like it still is all right. Dude, fix the bridge. No, I think well... I don't know. I'm going to get the $900 one that comes with the RetroTink 4K. Yeah. Well, what should I do, Modsville? Should I fix it? Well, I'm not gonna put those caps back if I'm just getting ready to. It's unplugged, by the way. Oh, let me switch back to the bench. Oops, wait a minute. Oh, fine, I can check for bridges. All right, we're good. It's not plugged in anymore. No more power. All right, let's remove this carefully. Okay. Are you sure it's not any of the wires? It's just sitting in your console. All right, I'm going to take a bit of this. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, well, this is the moment where I wish I had those probes that Leon suggested so that I could actually probe these accurately. But I don't have it. This part's giving me trouble here. Okay, well, I don't know. I think that looks fine. Looks like it doesn't have bridges. Oh, but according to PixelFX, the caps are between ground and 1.8 volts. They'll smooth the power input. Okay, got it. If there were color issues, it's probably on the DAC. You should be pressing the power button down after. I did. I don't know if you saw me, but the power button is off screen up here. So I pressed it down before I unplugged it. Okay, so I don't know. I think I'm just gonna move into the install. I don't see any bridges or anything, but I can understand the people that are screaming at me right now are like, no, stop. So let's put the tape back that we removed. Yep. No, I'm trying to be safe. I don't know if it's still good to have a healthy fear of electronics, or mains voltage. Yeah. Okay, it's not 100% on that side, but I really don't care. Well, it's not that I don't care, but I think that it will be fine once the flex cable is there. So now I just got to put one over here. With what you put into the mod so far, how daunting a task could it be with light solder experience? This is not... It's tough to really say that. This is not an easy mod at all. If you're... The people that are showing their installs off are people that are, my caliber of soldering or higher. I would say I'm probably bargain basement level soldering of this kind of stuff. So it is if you see someone do a successful install, it really doesn't mean that it's easy. So with that being said, I definitely feel like there's a lot more. Well, I don't know. At some point, you just have to try it. I don't know. That's kind of what I did. So if your confidence, if you're good, I would say that if you've done other mods, like NES RGB is no problem for you, or basically anything that's not a flex cable install, if that's difficult for you, I would still practice on something that's not a flex cable. All right, are these vias in front of the resistor arrays, are those connected to the via points? Are they test points? Because if that's true, then I can test for shorts that way. I think my multimeters the probes are big enough for that. So let's just do a test here. Okay, it sounds like they're connected. Okay, so there might be a short there. Okay, sounds like there's a short there. And short there. So I feel like these aren't 100% a short. That one's shorted. I don't know. This might be just a ground plane that I'm probing. That looks like it's shorted. That is shorted. That's shorted. Okay, I think this is the red side. The red looks fine, except for this one here was, I don't know, is this, okay, on the camera, actually, I can tell that they're tied together. So I need to clear some bridges. Yeah, Game Gear cap replacement is hard, not hard, but challenging because you have to kind of make your own legs with the capacitor leads, but it's also kind of fun because of that too. You can there's a couple of ways that you can do the put the legs on that. Yeah, I definitely do feel like people will give you more encouragement than maybe you should have if you're a newbie. Yeah, it's difficult. I know things are really interesting and you want to do it yourself. I'm guessing back to square one when it comes to this. I guess what I should do is probably do this. Now, so I just lightly went over with the solder braid. Let's just add some of the good flux on every pin. You've recapped at least 90 Game Gears. My gosh. No such thing as a botched project. You're just making a brand new project for later. Yeah, especially if you forget. If you forget between the time that you broke something and you put it away, now it's like a triple project because you don't know what you did, you don't know what's wrong, and you don't know how you're gonna fix it if it's something that you're not used to. That's funny. Okay, well that is better, I guess. Maybe. Well, we don't know until we probe it. I need a paper towel. Oh, I'm out of paper towels. Great. I don't know if this flux conducts electricity. That would be stupid, wouldn't it? If flux conducted electricity. Okay, let's do one of these. Okay, so we're still assuming that these are connected to the pins, and if they're beeping out, then that's a bridge. I think we got rid of a lot of the bridges. Maybe I had too much solder on here the whole time, and that was causing the problems. So I think I'll do what I think Massimo said, which is put some Captain tape under this as well, the resistor arrays. Should I boot it up again and see if the colors are better? Okay, well, not a single beep yet on this whole run, so I think that means that we're fine with bridging. So I guess it's not too much of a pain in the butt just to send it and try to, not send it, but try it with the thing again. While we're here. Okay. All right. Things in. Video cable in. I think that's it. Everything on that end. Okay, power on. It's so easy to have too much solder. Yes, I agree. Yes, boot it up, Leon. That's funny. All right, switch to, I think this is input 1. And then turn it. Oh, I have to turn the switch. Do. Hello? Oh, here we go. Hey, the colors look better. Way better. It's upside down because it's the same scene that I used for my camera, which needs to be flipped 180. So, sweet. Nice. That's better. The colors look better. Before it was all out of whack. Well, you know what? I should try maybe that memory card screen. Carefully. Okay, now we go down. Browser? Oh, there is some wonk. Yeah, there's something that's bridged still. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't think this is correct. Unless it is this correct? I don't know. I can't really tell. Is that background supposed to be weird like that? How much money would one have to pay you to load that Flux toothbrush with toothpaste and hit? Oh my god, no, I would die. This thing is nasty. Well, you know what? Yeah, it doesn't look good. I'm sorry. I should get it like a camera one, but I've used this a long time. What I should do is actually, if you do the Leon method of taking flux off of a board, if you have a lot of flux on a board, which is basically soak it, like use a spray bottle, spray down the PCB with alcohol, then cover the entire board or the entire part that you want to clean with a paper towel, and then soak the paper towel also, and then use the toothbrush on top of the paper towel, like through, so you're trying to scrub the board but through the paper towel, and then do that a few times until you get rid of all the flux. That's kind of a cool method. It is wasting paper towels, I suppose, but yeah. But I don't know. I have to go back to the drawing board on this. Okay, I'm doing the power hold down thing. Well, let me double check the pins then. I don't know. Okay, Joe Ray 6 is, it looks fine. I don't know. I got to look at the memory card screen on a, let's see. Actually, you know what? Who might have it at the end of Dan's video? Wherever he tests it, he might boot into that screen. Yeah, this screen looked the same. Oops. This screen looked the same. But obviously I can't pull up an OSD to test. The power hold down thing is after you unplug the power adapter, or the power cord in this case, excuse me, hold down the power button so that it drains the power from the capacitors, or like, yeah, it just allows all the remaining power to get, I don't know, it doesn't go anywhere because it's not plugged in, so I don't know. Discharges the fat caps. Yes, the fat caps. I don't know. I guess he doesn't go into the memory card screen. Oh, looked like he was gonna hit it. No, he's just gonna. Does he do it at the end? No. Well, I don't know. Let's see. PS2 memory card screen. No, I think it's supposed to be this grayscale, this. That didn't look right. Shout out to Yoked at One Bloke. Oh, I mean, it is close. It's just a weird gradient, right? Ever zapped myself? No, I haven't. I don't have another PS2 that's, well, I don't know what the state of the other one I have is, but I have all three PS2s that I have are out of commission. Well, I didn't touch up the. I'm gonna put some. Maybe it's the other pins. I just did the resistors. I didn't really clean up the sides at all, so maybe that's it. I really just want to get into the install, you know, but I gotta, you know, baby steps. Okay. All right, are we unplugged from the wall? Yep, unplugged from the wall. All right. It's goofy looking on mine, yeah. Well, all right, let me hit this side over here with this. Okay. All right, well, I mean, I don't really see any issues here. Yeah, it should be like a weird, or a gradient, more defined gradient. Okay, I mean, I guess I can just touch all this up again, but not super confident that that's going to help. Okay. Well, third time's a charm, guess. You know what I need to do? Where's my paper towel that I just had? Hello? Oh, over here. All right, I guess we'll try one more time. If it doesn't work after this, I don't know. I'm just gonna do the, not. I mean, it's going to work, but you know what I mean. The gradient. I'm just gonna go on with the flex, I believe. And I think this is probably gonna be my last gem stream. I'll try to work on it. If I don't finish it this stream, I'll try. Oh wait, this is not what I want to do. I'll try to finish it off stream. Not plugged in, by the way, the power supply. I'll finish it off stream, and when I get to that point, then I'll fix it. If I don't finish it this stream, because I think people might be getting tired of me failing at this. So I'll move on to something else. But we got a lot of good stuff. So hopefully this is not the only thing that you came here for. All right, video cable. Okay. Power cable. And put on 1. All right. Let's plug my controller in. No signal, keeps on jumping in and out with my my camera. Ugh, I think I don't know. Well, I am changing inputs, so maybe that. I hope that's it. You enjoy your stay? Yeah. Nice. I'm glad. See someone else fails. Yeah. All right. So this part looks good. Hey. Oh, it's still a little sus. Ugh. Well. Is it maybe my RetroTink configuration or something? I don't know how it could be, but I'm just changing things. Maybe I'll put it on the PlayStation 1 one. No. I don't know. You guys probably would probably say to fix it before I moved on. But I don't know if it's the Tink or not. It could be. Could be my Extron maybe. It looks fine. I mean, if this shows up in the, well, I don't know. Keep going. I can do it. Yeah, I got it. Oh, you want me to keep streaming it? I don't know. I guess we're fine. I'm gonna do the Flex install, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I was hoping that would work. Okay, let's take this off. Wait, you guys aren't seeing this, are you? 3. Okay. Yeah, the capture card doesn't pick up the signal that quickly. I guess neither does my TV. Okay. Let us take this off. Alrighty. I'm going to add the little bit of Captain Tape in front of those vias, right? Like we talked about. We're all in this together. No, I'm in this with you. I'm in this, and you guys are just watching me. There's no us. Just kidding. But kind of not really. It do be like that. Oops. Like that, I guess. I guess so, right? That works. I'm emotionally invested and you can't stop it. Yes, parasocial relationship intensifies. No, just kidding. Okay, all right. Now let's do it all over again. Hooray! Oh, I didn't even know that Dan sent me a second little controller flex just in case I messed it up. Okay. So I guess hopefully this is not the first time you've watched me do this, but the technique that I'm going to use is from Dan's installation video. Go watch the first episode in this. If you haven't watched the other live streams of the PS2 install, go watch the first one if you really want to know how to install it. I go in a little more depth about what you have to remove and stuff. I've already removed all the components that I need to remove, so there's no real sense in talking about it, but go watch that stream if you are interested. Okay, so the strategy, I suppose, is I'm going to try 325. I'm going to try 325 here. And I'm not going to add any flux or any solder other than what is already on there. So if this is the first time you would solder this, then you also wouldn't add anything. I mean, obviously I already have some solder on the board, but okay, this part's going to be janky for you guys. I kind of have to cover up the camera, I guess. Not the camera, but it's not going to be a good view for you guys. So I'm trying to tack a pin. I'm trying to tack a pin on this far left side here, and then use it as a hinge, kind of gently, to tack it down on the right side here, and hopefully that will line up the pins across the entire thing. So first here, I'm going to add liquid flux. Okay, once I think I've got it close, then I'm just gonna oh, that didn't do anything. Okay, I need to change my angle here. I'm gonna unplug the controller because it's getting jammed. Okay. Yeah, the angle that it comes in at is a lot easier this time than before with the low profile clock. That is not doing anything. Maybe there isn't any solder left on those things. Okay, well, I'm going to add a tiny amount of solder. Yeah. I can't see what you're doing? Oh. Yeah, that's true. I know, it's going to be difficult to show. Comes jumping in and out every 3 seconds? What? Really? I'm watching OBS here. Oh man, that sucks. Well, it's not like pausing or anything, is it? Now it's bad. Oh my gosh, what? That's weird. Why is it doing this? Okay, well, I can try. What can I try? Plug this into that. Okay, I'm going to try something. May or may not be a good idea. I'm unplugging the camera. Oh, that means I'm not going to be able to see it on the... This is... Oh, gosh, this is a nightmare. Oh, hey. Let's pause that. Let's add a capture device. Huh? Oh gosh, this didn't work right. Oh my god. Okay, well I'm going back to what I was doing then. Or I'm gonna put it back. That is bizarre. That's never happened before. Well, no, I mean before these streams, I don't understand what's happening. Okay. Now do that. Now do that. Now do that. Okay. All right. Just shut up. All right. Moving on. It's going to be super hard for you guys to see what I'm doing, so... There, like, really is no solder on there. Okay, well, I'm going to add some solder then to... right to the resistor array. A tiny bit. Okay. Oh. There we go. Okay. He's touching a wire. It could be static electricity or something, maybe. Like, sometimes I've seen like my monitor. Sometimes one of my computer monitors will like turn off. Yeah, I don't know. Like if I have, I don't know. It's hard to describe it. I wear these fuzzy shoes in the winter, or when it gets colder. So maybe it's that. Okay, I'm just kind of looking. I know you guys can't see super well. I'm looking to see how the stuff lines up everywhere. This side looks good. Goes up 2 and then has this pin, and then on this side it's 3. Okay. All right, let's solder it here, and after that point, I think that I'll be happy to tack it down. Okay. All right, let's look at it. Yep, one pin, 2 pin, 3 pin. Okay, yeah. All right, I'm happy there. Now let's check this side. 1 pin, 2 pin, and then it's off a little bit on this side. Actually, I think though when I start soldering it, it will probably be okay. It's like a little bit off. Okay. No, it was on component. Okay, this part is off a little bit on this side. I didn't have this problem before. Okay, that looks better. I just kind of pushed down on that spot that I tacked here, and it seemed to make this part line up better. So that's fine. All right, let's tack that side down. Still need a little bit more solder. Okay, I think that's fine. Just to tack it down. All right, now what do I do? I guess while I'm here, I should start. Maybe I'll start on this side. So what I'll do, got so many tools, it's like bunching up. All right, I'm getting serious. So it's still 325 is what my iron is set to. I'm going to put the good Amtech flux down, getting my leaded solder. Not a lot, just a little bit. And let's try to, I'm also gonna like push down on the flex cable. Oh gosh, I just tombstoned that capacitor there. All right, I need to fix that. It sort of looks like all of my pins are off by a little bit. Or I don't know if it's not warm enough. While I think about that, I'm going to try to fix this resistor, or this capacitor here. Oh boy. Well, I don't know where that capacitor, oh, here it is. Wait, yeah, it is, okay. Found it. Does it keep cutting out? Oh my gosh, I don't know. Maybe no, I'm not stepping on a wire. It could be loose to the camera. I mean, it's not flickering on my TV. I'm gonna turn the iron up to 350 just to do this side here. Sorry guys about the flickering, that's annoying. Well, I might as well finish these parts first before I put that cap back. Okay, that looks better, doesn't it? I'm just gonna take a quick visual break. No, it definitely looks like I'm off by a little bit still. Okay, well, gently. Okay. Got it. All those pins off. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. All right. I do have to replace that cap that I yeeted off. I don't know if it's causing it. Oh boy, now I'm like freaking out as my house is gonna explode. I don't see it on OBS either. It doesn't show any flickering. I see 0.0% frames missing. When I lean against the work. Cutting out because of that? Oh, that's weird. It's possible that I'm hitting the camera and it's like causing the I don't know. Sorry guys, I'm doing the best that I can. Wasn't doing this the first time, was it? I don't think that there's enough solder on that. I think that's the problem on this side. It's not like 100% lined up. But it's not like 0% lined up on this side over here. Probably looks better on the camera than it does in person. I don't know if I should keep messing with it or should I just move on. I think that might be fine enough. All right, let's move on, I think. No, what? I'm not going to move on. Take it off a third time. Hopefully I don't melt this whole area. I'm sure all the good people are like, I'm out of here. This guy's bad. Yes, thank you. I don't know why I'm super sarcastic. I don't know. People in the chat, should I fix that? If I can? You're chilling. Thanks, thanks, Belmont. All right. There is a strong urge to want to fix this. I'm going to take a drink of water. Sit down for a minute. This is a challenge. I'll take a break, and we can talk about something else that's cool. A couple of something else's that are cool. So I've been playing a lot of things. I just have 1,000 things to. I've been playing my Pocket, Analog Pocket. I got about 15 hours into playing Pokemon Blue. So it's an original Game Boy game. I was using the specialized Game Boy Color core, the Open FPGA core, and I was about 15 hours in, and I don't know 100% what I was doing. I can guarantee you that I did not go and delete the file myself. But when I tried to, some circumstance happened, and my blue file got erased. I started playing Silver. However, the problem with, so basically my goal was I wanted to try to play every Pokemon game, or try to play some of them at least. I have nostalgia for the original one, so Blue is what I played, and Gold is what I played. So I have nostalgia for those two games, so I wanted to play those games. So after after my Blue save got erased, I was like, okay, screw it, I'll just start playing Gold. The problem with Gold on the Pocket is there's no real-time clock I don't think at all. I don't think there's any real-time clock functionality, even if you use the cart. Actually, no, that doesn't make any sense, because Gold, the real-time clock is in the cart. So the cores don't have any real-time clock functionality. And if you try to use an EverDrive with the Pocket, the native cores, it doesn't allow you to use sleep awake and some other things. So I've resorted to, this is an old, I didn't do this recently, but this is a V1, I think, possibly a V2 of the Funny Playing screen, not laminated, nothing special, it doesn't have great color, it's just fine. I did this before I did the YouTube channel, so this is a 3 years old or so. So I've been playing on this Advance, but the size of the screen on Game Boy games on the Game Boy Advance is tiny. So I have other things. Rest mode, yeah, I don't know. Hey, Belmont. You got the clear. Oh, you got a clear one. Was there actually a clear one? That's cool. So I was just wondering what the best way to play original, so Game Boy or Game Boy Color games. I like the Game Boy Advance form factor, but it loses its appeal because the Game Boy games in the screen are so small. So it is ergonomic. Like the Game Boy Advance is my favorite handheld that I played anyways. So I really do like it. One, I don't like the cartridges that stick up, the Game Boy cartridges that stick out. I do have the older Tall Boy EverDrive, Game Boy Advance EverDrive, but it's a Game Boy Color game. So I've been suffering with this at the back of this. It's not a bad setup. It's just not the ideal way to play, in my opinion, Game Boy. So the other options and the other projects that I want to work on the channel, so sooner than later, and again, I probably shouldn't show you this because this came out of the PCBWay container that I'm not supposed to open yet, but I'll give you a sneak peek. It's a Bucket Mouse. I talked about this. The Bucket Mouse Pocket Color, or the MGBC, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so this might be a good way because this is the pocket. This is the 3x2 or 4x3, whatever aspect ratio of the Game Boy, and it has the vertical form factor. So it has the games don't stick out the top. So this might be a really slick way with a new screen, with a good screen, to play color games. Or I have a couple of colors that I could upgrade, but really I don't know if there's that much of a difference between the pocket color and a color, as far as with exception of the battery. The batteries are bigger in the Game Boy Color than the Pocket. So I like the appeal of the long-lasting battery. That was one of the things I do really like about the Pocket. Analog Pocket, by the way, is the battery lasts a long time, which is great. Can I play off the SD card? That's what I did with this, but there's with the Analog Pocket, but there's some downsides. OpenFPGA, like it erased my game, the Game Boy, the Pokemon Blue game got erased. I don't know if that's an issue with the core. I'm assuming it's an issue with the core or a bug that I found or something. But the last thing I have, which is kind of interesting, but I don't know how it's going to be because it's essentially a Game Boy Advance SP. But I would like to do, well, actually I have two other options. The other one was the Game Boy Macro that I've shown a couple weeks ago. Which is when you take the top screen off of a DS Lite and you make a DS Lite into a little bit bigger screened Game Boy Advance. But I don't know how that will do with actually I don't know if it's backwards compatible with Game Boy Color games. I think it might be only Game Boy Advance games if I'm not mistaken. But the last thing that we could try is the Slab SP. So it's a Game Boy Advance Slab design. Well, Zypher was the original designer of this well, no, actually that's not true. I don't know who the original one is because I know that what was that brand that made the brand that makes the aluminum shells for the SP? They have one that does convert an SP into the Game Boy Color form factor. But so then Zypher made one that's 3D printed. It does utilize a button. There's a button PCB that helps you to use the original SP board, but relocate the buttons. And it uses I believe Zypher's uses Game Boy Pocket buttons. But this is Humble Bazooka's variant. Humble Bazooka kind of got in trouble for selling them on their store. What I know about that is Zypher gave Humble Bazooka the okay to print their own or something, but not the okay to print them commercially. And Humble Bazooka started printing them for people commercially, and Zypher got mad and yada yada. I think that's like trying to extract the least amount of drama out of that as possible. And to tell that story. So I hope that's correct. I think that's correct. But Zypher did give him permission to do something in the beginning. Anyways, Humble Bazooka has the files for free. So you can, and they also require, it also has a button PCB, but you can also use the bigger, I think you might be able to use the laminated Game Boy Advance SP screens in this, which would be cool. So this is an option. Although I don't have a Game Boy Advance SP charger. I have no idea where it went. Yeah. Game Boy Color with macro. Oh, okay. Interesting. Use the Game Boy EverDrive on the Pocket. Yeah. Don't really need sleep. Right. And if you... I don't trust sleep to save the game anyways. Like I always would save the game, the Pokemon game, and then put it to sleep, the Pocket. So... yeah, I don't know. I do like the look of it. It does look really neat. I do like the slab. You can see marks you can see these white lines here, and if you look at the front too, there's little specks and stuff. It's the ABS filament that I'm using. These are like stress marks. After it cools down, the ABS likes to shrink vertically. Right, so it will get a little bit smaller this way. It won't really get shrunk like vertically, but it will shrink X and Y, I guess. So it does create some stress. And this is what would happen if you like broke a Lego in half or something. You would see the white stress mark. So anytime that you bend ABS, it will make that stress. But the thing I could do is just hit it with a heat gun and it will go away. The problem with that is the heat gun could also potentially warp the ABS even more a little bit. So I'm going to wait until the end when I can actually screw everything together and then just hit it a little lightly with the heat gun, hopefully. So that's just a future thing. So anyways, lots of options for that. I do want to see what the perfect Game Boy Color sort of thing is, right? I think I have a lot of things other than the only thing I don't really have is a Game Boy Color because the Game Boy Color didn't have a backlight. But I do have two Game Boy Colors. One of them is dedicated to the Pocket Color. So one of them is the CPU is going in the Pocket Color, and the other one is just chilling. And maybe I'll upgrade that one as well, and I'll be able to have kind of comparisons. It doesn't really. I don't know. Is that important or anything? Game Boy Macro mod is easy. Yeah, I have all the stuff too. I have the little capacitor thing. I have the printed. I'm also going to do Humble Bazooka's Game Boy Advance Macro because I do like the style that they came up with. I don't know. It's very flat, no real curves. It's like it does follow the same shape as a DMG. So I don't know. It's very minimal. I don't like the aluminum, the flashy because not that it's flashy or expensive, but I don't like the styling because the styling is a little bit different. The buttons are like sunk in. It's hard to, you just put them side by side and you can just pick between the two. So, all right, I guess I've stalled long enough, and I went through a couple speakers before I found one that didn't sound like Garbo. Yeah, Belmont, let me know which one you went with, so maybe I could put that in mine. I did the red aluminum faceplate and glass cover. Are you talking about for the Game Boy Macro? Just make sure you get an OEM switch speaker. You roll the dice with the aftermarket speakers. Yeah, I ordered, oh, I see the no signal. Yeah, every time I move, it's like a weird thing. Like I'm generating static electricity or something, and it's just in the air, and it makes it, yeah, look, it just did it. All I did is rotate my chair. That's bizarre, man. Anybody know what's going on with that? This never happened with my, man, that sucks. If this is going to be like this, then I have to move to a different thing. This never happened with my Magewell, ever. Well, I'm sorry, guys, about the flashing part. I'm staying away from my chair. I think it's like, I actually do think it's static. I have my Bamboo Print ABS now. Second time's the charm with ABS. Yeah, right. You basically have to. Well, thankfully my Voron is pretty good, pretty stable nowadays. Like, oh my God, I'm just moving a little. Okay, go over there, chair. Maybe it's my chair. Okay. I do have a rather long HDMI cord, though. I need like a streaming setup on this side of the room. It's okay. I'm done ranting. Need to get into printing. Yeah, printing's great. My Voron, I'm finishing tuning for ABS. So much work on Voron. Yes, it is a lot of time and effort. Okay. I don't like that I'm not perfectly lined up over here. So I'm going to try to, I don't know, I just got to fix it because otherwise it's going to bug me. Let me see. Where's my hum-de-dum-de-dum? Where did I put my freaking thing? My X-Acto knife. Did I put it away? See, now I'm walking around. What the heck? Where is my X-Acto knife? My God. That is weird. Where did it go? Hello? Oh my God, it's chilling way over there. Okay, good. Oh gosh, I got... Okay, fine. We're focused. Okay, good. All right, so we separated. Oh, sorry, you guys can't. Oh, you can kind of see in the corner. If I move it over here this way, it takes up a lot of. It's just not. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay. So we got that part up again. I need to position. We get signal. Restart my equipment. No, I don't know. Man, this has happened before, kind of. Get it installed as best you can. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's, I need to nudge this pin over here a little bit downward. Now it looks better. Okay, now that looks a little more lined up. I know for you guys it's probably just like, what the heck? I didn't see any difference in what you did before and now. But, okay. All right, now I'm gonna flow this. Okay. All right, I'm cool with that. I even have my little capacitor that I need to re-add here. Okay, so these, I think I mentioned this in the first video. Mobius Tech posted the pinout schematic for the Flex. You can use to troubleshoot the points with no hearts on Twitter. Yeah, okay, I'll look. I know that Dan had, I mentioned the chart on the tutorial already, so okay, got it. All right, so I think this is fine. I have to do this. So the capacitors on the flex cable are there to replace the ones that we replaced in the first video of this mod. However, the capacitors on the flex cable are not 06. I would say that 06, 08, maybe 04, 02, or whatever the next smaller size is like the lowest that I'm comfortably able to hand solder. But anything lower than that, like 02, 01 or whatever it is, it's very tiny and very difficult to solder by hand. Even if you had a scope. Well, I mean, it's not impossible. It's just, it's just out of my comfort for soldering by hand and by eye without a scope. But we get it done. Okay, so take this little thing. You guys will probably not see it on the screen. And you try to not tombstone it. You know what the other problem is? My tweezers are bent. I'm going to use my one tweezers to fix my other tweezers. Okay. Good enough. Okay, grab the thing. Okay. So you try to attack it. You guys cannot see that. I need a scope for recording the stream. Okay, so I soldered one side. Now I'm just going to solder the opposite side. Just kind of quickly. Okay, I think I got it. Let's add some liquid flux and just kind of make sure I've got it. Okay, I think that's it. Cool, okay, well, that was annoying. I think now we could do this, the front edge here. I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy with this part. So now this is the part where I'm going to put it on 325. Yeah. Okay, 325. I'm going to do this first clump first. First resistor array. I have to say that the flex cable is a lot flatter with the clock crystal, the replacement clock crystal. So I would definitely recommend that if you're going to do this and you're kind of not sure if you're going to be able to do it or not. If you're on the fence, I would 100% wait and get the smaller crystals. Okay. Actually, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't do the middle or the left. Maybe I should do the middle. What also I want to do is I want to push down that. Huh. Sorry guys for coughing in the mic. I don't often get affected by this. So this is, I also would recommend a fume extractor. It's the one I have is very loud. Actually, I don't know. Let's see. Is this going to be too loud for you guys? I don't often get affected by the fumes from leaded solder, but the lead-free solder flux is, I don't know, for some reason is worse. Let me know if that's annoying. All right, I'm gonna go with this middle part here again. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to get this middle part right. I don't feel like 325 is making good. Oh, I guess it is. I guess it's fine. Okay. Just reading your comments about the thing. Okay, if that's not that loud, then I'll just keep it on. I do want to print the laser bear one that he, the one of the fan, the computer fan, the Noctua fan. That looks cool. Let's add some more flux. I hope the thing is not freaking out. You made a solder fume extractor out of an old speaker housing and an Xbox 360 fan. Nice. You just finished the botched gem install? Oh yeah, that was the one where you said you don't charge extra or whatever for the guy who did it wrong. Yeah. Yep. Makes sense to me. Okay, let's go back to the beginning now. The red. I don't think I'm getting good wetting. I'm gonna put my iron back on 350. I don't think I'm getting good joints here. You made the laser bear one. It's got to be super close to work good. Oh, okay. It's the PCB on the board got scuffed. This is try number, I don't know, 4, technically. Okay, that's better. I think 35 with lead, or 350 with lead-free solder is a fine temperature. Okay, I know there's probably some bridges on that last, or on most of this, but I'm gonna rotate to the last side here. A new botch install? I gotta find it. Has anyone tried the lug thing for the PS1 or N64? I mean, I talked about it a little bit already. In the instructions, it's like, it's kind of just using it to keep it from backing out inside your console. You know what I mean? Like, I think the screws are fastened. I mean, yeah, I guess the problem is the shields are like sheet metal. You can't really do anything other than I don't know. I don't know what you would do besides finding a whole nother spot for it. The install, I mean. So I'm unsure what to say about that thing. Okay, just a little more solder on that side. Okay, now just keep trying to be mindful of the capacitors. Okay, this side was no sweat. I don't really feel like anything is wrong there. Okay. These parts here are worse, I think. We're just going ham with this stuff, Flux. All right, super good cleaning on the tip. What time is it? Okay, 10:54. Bent pins were rough. I had to remove the flex and straighten a couple times. Yeah, I tried to repair a different PS2 where some of the pins got moved on the side here. I think I fixed it. Like, I got analog working. But yeah, it's a pain in the butt. Let's see, I'm just going to look at it off screen. Well, I think it looks fine. But again, I've said that about every single other time I've ever done it, so. This is like the first time where I did it, and like I ended the stream, and it worked fine in the OSD, and then I played with it, and I messed it up. So maybe I should not play with it. Maybe that's the sign. This is the sign that I should not play with it anymore. All right, let's try to get ready to test it. Okay. All right, let's clean it really good. Actually, I need to do there's still the capacitor to solder, the two wires to solder. This is kind of nasty. It's kind of hard to just do one of these. Oh, and I have to do this thing too. Shoot, I forgot about that. All right, sorry I'm not looking at the chat. I'm just trying to focus and get this done kind of soonish. Okay, let's do... Well, that's drying. Let's do... the I don't remember what this is called, but this part here. I know, sorry, it's kind of hard to see. God of War. What's the first game I want to play? I want to play original Ratchet and Clank. I've never played through the original Ratchet and Clank, and I loved the remake, the PS5 one. So the lug nut drama is so funny. Yeah. Samtron. Hey, welcome. There's a real botched install in the Discord. Oh God. The PSU. Oh my God, did it get nuked? I wonder what Samtron was talking about. I gotta see that install. Just to make myself feel better. It's, you know, it's kind of like for science. I don't know. Okay, now let's do... This part is kind of annoying. It's like... Oh God, every time I move the thing, it's like... Oh God, plus the stupid... See, you know what I need to do? I need to... YouTube sent me an email, and I've talked about it before, and they said they would give me $500 if I enable memberships on my channel. And then they would give me $500 more if I got 30 subscriptions by the end of November. So I should do that, and then I should use that to buy tools. So I buy a scope, and I should buy... I would say I'd probably want to buy a JBC, the good soldering iron. What are those called? The expensive $500 ones that these are clone. This is a clone of. Come on, thing. Hey, at least I don't have to do the controller wire again. Come on, thing. Okay. Got it. Where's my liquid flux? I'm waiting for Mina's micro SD mod to do my PS2 Slim. Nice. I'm waiting for my 16 terabyte drive to come in for your 16. Who the heck? We put a 16 terabyte drive in this? I would like to play God of War 2 because that is, or also because that I like the new reboot of that. So I don't know if the original is anything like that, but if it's even a little bit like that, then I will probably enjoy it. Okay, cool. All right, got that soldered on. I need to do this wire for the 5 volts. Come on, thing. Okay. All right, 5 volts, and then the controller flex. So let me, actually, you know what? Last time I said I would try it a different way the next time. So I'm going to put this controller flex on first. And then try to, like solder it after? Like, do one of these at a time. So I'm going to put a little bit of solder down on the first one or something. And then try and line it up better. Oh, that did nothing. Great. All right, that's fine. Let's move on to the next one here. Okay. All right, I think that's fine for that. Controllers. I know it's difficult for you guys to see, probably. Oh, there we go. Let me just give it a once over. Okay. All right, I'm good with that. It could probably be a little bit lined up, even better, but it's fine. I'm moving on. It's good enough to test it. All right, here's the reset. This is the last thing, and then we'll give it another quick ISO thing. I saw, who did I see? Bahamut fan. He's super good at the layout or his routing of this wire. He like pulls it really tight so that it looks nicer in the thing. Like I don't know. His is like really well routed up there. It's kind of cool actually. All right. I guess this is where I was last time. I do need to fold this, though, right? This? It just makes it a little easier to test it. Because the power connector is on that side. Now let's give this a good blast. All the sticky sticker from the Captain Tape will just be gone. Where's my thing? Oh, here it is. Okay. I got an email from YouTube telling me to send them $500 to save some Arabian Prince. Yeah. Now I think this is a legit promo, a YouTube thing. So I don't know. Oh, I gotta flatten this, don't I? Okay, that's fine. I think some of these connections might not be 100%, but I don't think that is causing my problems. I think it's that it just wasn't on the right screen to verify my first few installs. Yeah. All right, I think that's good. Okay, let's just kind of wait a minute. Ooh, I wonder if I could do one of these. Like flip my... I'm blowing on it with my my fume extractor. This Kato fume extractor that I have is this big yellow box thing. It's not big, actually. It's about the size of a 140 millimeter computer fan, just maybe 3 inches deep. So, see ya, Belmont. See you later. A few more weeks left. Nice. Eric, don't ask. It's fine for everyone else except for me. No, I don't know. If you really want to know the full picture, I think, and we're about to verify after I hook this up again, that it's because I wasn't using a colorful background when I tested the OSD the first time. I think that it actually was working correctly the first time I did the install, but I just didn't do it on... I need to be in a game or something that has more color before I do the OSD test. So I think it's not as challenging as I'm making it seem, but it is not simple for sure. Okay, so now what? What do I have to do extra? I have to get the my gem this way around with the black side here up. So the black part of the flex cable needs to be pointing straight up. Okay. That's that. So let's get the power supply. Power is off. I'm gonna just keep doing the spiel just in case somebody new is here. My power is off. But even if, just be careful of these pins. Don't touch those pins if the power is connected to the wall. So, all right, now I need my HDMI cable. Oops, I hope it didn't mess up the capture. Okay. It says no signal, that's fine because my thing is freaking out over here. I have a HDMI switcher. It's freaking out. Okay, so let's set to that one, HDMI 2. Let's plug it in. Let's plug in my controller. We should be seeing the retro tank right now. Why are we not seeing the retro tank right now? Blue screen of death. I don't know. Second one? Oh no, the first one is the retro tank. There we go. First one is the retro tank, so you should see blue. Actually, no, I don't want the retro tank. I want this. I do want two. I did want two. Okay. All right. Let's plug in. Okay. All right. Turn on the front panel and turn it on. Get signal. Did I mess something up? I don't have a light on the gem board. That's not good. Let me just double check everything. That's on 2. Okay, turn it off. Well, we should be able to test analog, right? Oh, hey, we're back to the camera. Okay. We should be able to test analog, see if we are any better or worse analog-wise. So I need to switch to the RetroTink, which is 1. And then, yeah, now I can try it, right? Okay. Analog. Okay. Okay, so analog is working. Let's look at the menu, the memory card screen. Get out of here, RetroTink menu. Hey, look at that. The gradient is fixed. This gradient was terrible before, right? The gradient is a lot better now. The background. That's a good sign. Did I have anything disconnected? No light is 3.3 volts, so my 3 volt thing is not good. Okay, well this is better, right? This background is a good sign that it's not all gradient or nasty. It's a solid gradient and not all freaked out. Okay. All right, let's look what we got underneath. Plug everything. Hold down the power. I thought I plugged in 3 volts. Which is my camera? 3. I'm not getting 3.3 volts 100%. Okay, well, let's see. Take this off. Oh, unplug this first. .3 volts is from the little wire, right? From the from this. Does that mean it's shorting on something, perhaps? That it doesn't need to be connected to? All right, let me look at the diagram. Sorry, I'm going to go over to my computer. I have to bring the staticky chair of death, apparently. If this is anywhere near my computer, the other capture card freaks out. Which is not, I'm not happy about that, because this is the AverMedia Live Gamer 4K. So it's either, it has to do, I have a really long, like 15-foot HDMI cord. So it could be the length of the HDMI cord that I'm using, or just static in the room. Am I missing the same spot that Dan used for power? Am I using the same spot? I think so, in the corner. I haven't done this model. Okay, let's look at the instructions then. Derp. Main flex cable. Okay, okay, 5 volts is what I was soldering to, which is here. So 3.3 volts? Where's that then? Oh, I didn't solder to the capacitor. Got it. I completely forgot about that guy. Okay. So it's the little guy over here. Where's my liquid flux? Here it is. This little guy. Good call, Modsville. Teamwork. Where's my solder now? What the heck? How did my lead-free solder just disappear? Okay. What the hell? How does that even happen? I was just using it, wasn't I? Okay. Oh, it's way behind here. Got it. Okay, here we go. Just bring it home. Bring it on home. Okay. I'm just going to touch it up a little bit more. Okay, I'm good. All right, now let's test it out again. So this goes back out of the way. No touchy the metal. I need my thing. This. Need my power supply. Without this method of testing it quickly with the power supply, this would be a nightmare to work on. Having to constantly take it apart to do the having having to constantly take the shell and stuff off, not the shell, the other shields with the hard drive slot, just everything, just a lot. So it's way easier with this. All right, now my HDMI cable. Now my power. Now, all right, light on. Okay, switch to this scene. Oops, oh, not that. Okay. All right, moment of truth. I think this is good. Is this the right thing to be on? No, it's not. It needs to be on 2. 2? 2. 2! Hello, 2. Oh, I'm gonna friggin' punch this thing. Did this remote just die? I bet. Okay, well, I think the little remote died on my HDMI thing. Okay, here we go. We're good? Okay, I got light on the thing. That's a good sign. No signal still. Hey, all right. Yes. Nice, okay. So we're here. Let's go. I need to flip this guy. Okay, here we go. All right, so the OSD is left L1, R1, right D-pad circle. Okay, so the controller worked last time. This is the same. So let's go to System, Debug Self-Test. Okay, so this is what happened before. Well, not exactly this, but so it looks like I have some things to repair on red. And I believe that Dan said that L is a short, which means that that pin is next to another pin. They're bridged together. X means like a no connect at all. So it looks like I have to touch up the left side of red and some parts of green and blue. But let's reset it all. And the other thing, before I do this, let's get out of here. Let's go into, I wonder if I can do this quickly. I want to see if I got to switch my OPL settings to go from the what you call it? Yeah, I don't know what's happening. OPL is not loading. That is interesting. Why you no work, OPL? Okay, well, something is up with that. Okay, let's see if we can get to the memory card screen. That at least had some white. Yeah, I'll go to the memory card browser. Okay, so I'm here. I do see some banding now. The gradient is weird in the background. So I do have some bridge pins. So now we have the memory card screen with a bunch of different colors on it. Go into the OSD. Oops, that just messed it up, didn't it? Well, hopefully this is enough color. Debug self-test. See, look at that. See? Oh, you guys can't see. It's mostly hearts except for the first two on green and blue. But R is all hearts now. Before it was 2 X's. Right? So it changes depending. Let me reset it. It changes depending on what screen you're in. And I know that the vertical sync and horizontal sync take a little bit, but they'll change the hearts. I know you guys can barely see that, but so this is what I'm saying. It's not super easy to tell when things are actually wrong. And this is not like a gripe. I'm just complaining in general. This is not like, screw PixelFX or Dan or whatever, but making maybe there could be a message on here with or maybe some kind of a message here that says how to actually do a good diagnostic. So it sounds like I still have to touch up some pins on green and blue. Pin 0 on green and blue. So let's look up so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up the pin outs. What did I say? Green and blue? 0G, 0B. Which if I go to the pin out, 0G is this leftmost one if you're facing all the resistor arrays. So the left hand side. So that's the G1. So that's bridged apparently with G1. G0 is bridged with G1, I guess, something like that. Or it just says to look at that area. And then what did I say? B0? So this pin. So I'm just going to touch up those ones. Oh, I went way over time, but it's okay tonight. I don't necessarily, I do have to go to bed, but I'm going to go a little bit long. I can go a little bit late tonight for reasons that you don't need to know about. Off camera fix it. Test on a game. Something was wrong with OPL. I don't know. I don't have, OPL wasn't working through the MX4 SIO. So I'm going to, if I get it to work all the way with the memory card screen, then I think I'm just going to button it up. Not bad. Stupid text. Stupid test? So I'll touch that up. Well, should I fix it off screen? I don't know. I guess I should, or I guess I could. I just want to see a screen full of hearts, though. That's so close. All right, let's spend the 6 more minutes to try to fix it. So let's. All right, unplug it. Unplug it from the wall. Switch this off. Hold down the button. Okay, that's undone. Okay. Take off the power supply. Put it over there. No signal. Gosh, why do you do this? Oh, it's going to be upside down, isn't it? Why is it doing that now? You know what? I have a hate for things right now. Maybe I just need a better... Maybe my problem is the HDMI switcher isn't good or something. It's not showing up on my TV either, the camera. So we're just going to wait a minute. Oh yeah, it totally looks not connected on those sides. That's kind of interesting. Come on. Work with me, please. Just work. Connect yourself. Maybe I'm getting to the limits of the... my camera has a micro HD... Oh, here we go. Is it going to work on the stream? Yeah, here we go. My camera has a micro HDMI cable, and I think it might be failing now. It's been 3 years. It's dumb if they don't tell you to test somewhere specifically not get... I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's what makes it sort of a rumor, because it wasn't explicit. However, CO seemed pretty confident that that's what it is. See, you can kind of see... If you look in closely at the nothing that I'm pointing you at. Well, actually, it's kind of hard to tell. Over here is actually no, it was this one, wasn't it? That one's G0 and that one's B0 and that one's G0. So those ones are kind of funky. Something's up with that. So what do we do? Put some flux down. Take the tweezers. I don't know if that means I need a little bit more solder, maybe. Okay, I don't know. Okay, fine. Now let's do B0. Okay, I gotta chill out or I'm gonna ruin this. Okay, just taking a tiny mini break. I got a minute left. It's okay. All right. I'm going to put this down and I'm going to finish tomorrow because this is the point every time that I get to and I rush it and nothing good happens. Actually, yeah, well, the same thing happened off stream when I broke it the last time. So I know you guys didn't get to see all the hearts, but I need to not mess that up. So yeah, let's turn this off. Turn this off. All right. Oops. All right. Yeah, sorry that we didn't finish it. It's not failed. It's like Schrodinger's mod right now. We don't know if it works. It could work. It did work. Yeah, I just need to relax and calm down, or else I'm gonna ruin that flex cable too. So, but I'm gonna keep doing the same thing, kind of. Maybe I'll lower the heat a little bit, but I need to figure out why the B0 is bridging there. So, yep. Thanks for bringing up the 4 adapter. It was, yeah, I found the triple controller randomly too on Tindy, and that thing is pretty good. It's based on the Daemon Byte project, so it should be pretty low latency. It's pretty cheap. It's easy to do if you're a beginner solderer. Yeah, modder, whatever. So that's a fun project, and it's useful for Mister. It's useful for PC. 4 adapter even more so than the triple controller because it has the N64 controller, so that might be useful for like emulators on your PC or Raspberry Pi or something. So, okay, all right, thanks everyone. Yeah, Samtron, yeah. Thanks everyone. I will be back. I probably, even if I fail or don't fail the PS2 Gem, I'll probably take a break from it. I know that you're gonna miss me. Let's say I do finish it and it works fine in the OSD menu there. There's still a lot more involved to finish it, right? There's no more holes we need to like put in the PS2 because we just desoldered the optical, but you still have to mount, or actually you have to break it back down to the bottom there, put some of the screws back in, actually put the top shield on, put some of the screws back in. It's basically like building it back up from scratch, and that also is a really involved thing that I would hate to rush into. So the main thing I was taught was learn when to stop for a little bit. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, well, that's why I kind of think that I did actually finish it the first time. So that's like frustrating. So if you just watched the first stream and then you didn't see any other streams of the gem, you'd probably install your thing fine. If you stopped watching, you would never know if I did or didn't do it right. I mean, I followed the instructions. It wasn't like I don't know. It's hard to explain. So I think next time, the next project that I would like to do, the next build or next whatever mod, is I want to start populating this Pocket Color, the Bucket Mouse MGBC. I got this cool sticker. I can't remember exactly where I got it, but it does say it's like a fake sticker that looks like it says. Oh, wait a minute. It's a fake sticker that says Game Boy Pocket Color. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's made by a company from the EU. I don't remember what their name was. I'm sorry. I'm bad. Anyway, so this is what I really like to work on, but I have to order the screen still. But it's going to be probably multiple streams of just populating the board. So it's two boards. It's the main pocket board. There's a little power board that goes down here that also needs to get populated. And we need to bust open a Game Boy Color and use my hot air gun to desolder the CPU and the PPU or whatever it is, the graphics chip, and solder them onto this board. So there's a very lot of work. I'll go with that. There's a very lot of work to get this to work. So I figured I would start it. And yeah, so I'll tell you more about the project and we can dive into that. So, okay. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to leave from here. Goodbye.